What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Boss Adam's Garage. Today I'm working on the new TRX250, at least new to me. We picked it up just for doing a favor. They gave it to us. I've already been at work cleaning the plastics and getting it ready. However, I'm going to put a clip in to show you how bad it was before it's to this stage that it's at now.
Get that side of that motor right there. Oh, boy. Those things are big. Make sure you get all the green mold.
But just to give y'all a look at it, I mean, it's not terribly bad. The motor looks a little rough. I don't know what I can do to get that off. Maybe one of y'all in the comments can let me know how I can clean this, or if I can even clean it. It's been sitting outside for about 5 years, not running. It doesn't have a battery or anything, but I've got all the wiring set back up. I'm gonna show you in just a second. I'm inside trying a little project to see if I can get this carburetor cleaned and make it run so I don't have to buy another one. But other than that, I mean, it's going to be a fun little toy once it runs. But I got to get a light bulb for it. It's missing a light bulb. But all the wiring's there. Nothing's missing. The only thing I'm scared about is the spark plug. I've already patched it with a little bag because I washed it, but that was open when we got it. So I don't know if any moisture, I assume moisture got in there, but I don't know how much got in it with it sitting outside. So I might have to put some oil in there and let it turn over a couple times to lubricate the cylinder wall. But give me just a second. I'm going to show you what kind of science experiment we got going on inside so that I can try to clean this carburetor. All right, so what we got going on is I brought the carburetor in and I unhinged this top where the spring's exposed, because the slide inside is actually stuck. You can see it in there. So what I'm doing is I'm going to boil some water and I'm going to lower the carburetor in it, hopefully let that metal expand, and hopefully the slide will come out. So we'll see in just a second. Alright, so the update right now on the carburetor is we just decided to set it in the water and to wait for a minute, and then hopefully it comes out. If not, I'm just going to boil the crap out of it until it decides to release. But it's been sitting there for about 5 minutes now, and it's still, nothing's happened, so we're going to keep waiting. Figure out something else. A lot of corrosion on it. The boiling almost got all the corrosion off, but there's still a lot more. Alright guys, so it's been a couple days since I boiled the old carburetor. I boiled it, beat it against the ground, soaked it in vinegar. It just wouldn't let the little throttle slide in here come out. It just was so corroded and stuck. So I went ahead, got online, bought a brand new one for super cheap. Also have the ignition switch, and then a bunch of bolts that came in because mine is missing a ton of bolts. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be replacing a bunch of bolts today, putting a new ignition switch in, putting the carburetor in. I'm gonna go buy a battery here soon to see if it'll turn over. And then I'll show you another project that my buddy just brought over. We believe it's a 96 Polaris Trail Sport, I think it was a Trail Blazer, maybe? Something like that we picked up for like 500 bucks. But supposedly it ran. We're just gonna see. All right, this is Wade's new toy. He's already took the back plastics off. It has all the plastics and it's got a pretty beat up seat. But this is the other project we're gonna be working on. So it's gonna be my TRX 250 and his Polaris Trailblazer 250.
Two-stroke.
Two-stroke though, so it's pretty cool.
500 bucks, people. We
It'll
are
be
not
fun.
one to turn down a project.
Nah, it'll be fun. We're gonna rebuild it and make it run. We'll probably do a couple races here soon. We gotta put the choke in. Back this little baby screw out. Don't wanna lose that. Put that piece there. Here is the choke. Snaps back. Pin these little clips back so that it holds all the wires like it needs to. This actually needs to be bent back down because I bent it up. Alright. Throttle's working, everything's working. Now, time to start mounting everything back. You can wait too.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Taking stuff apart.
Did y'all go and pressure wash it?
Yeah. Didn't do much for the seat.
There's that. We got the gas tank. Gotta hook up the fuel line. I gotta run the fuel line, and I'm gonna look through my box of new bolts, try to figure out which bolts are used to be mounted up.
It's the second time I've fucking done it.
You got that other screwdriver?
I can't find it.
You done lost my other screwdriver.
I've only been from there to here.
Well, you done lost it, and I need it now.
Are those not screwdrivers? They look like screwdrivers.
They are, but he's got the little one with the socket. No way. Fuel line through the channel. Sits right there. Fuel line's through. That's not in the way. to do some custom fab work on that. Get it to fit properly. Probably going to have to use a zip tie on this one. Rerun it. Yep, zip tie. Zip tie, but I'm going to. It'll totally be fine. Maybe. All right, guys, so here's the update. We've put all the full withers back together. We've got them to run. I have one big issue. The carburetor I ordered, the fuel intake is too small. It's not the proper carburetor that I need.
Another issue you have is that thing will bust your eardrum.
Another issue is I need an exhaust pipe because this thing, it actually runs and drives. I'm super surprised. I had to put half a can of PP Blaster down the cylinder to free it up. But it runs and drives. Wade's issue is we believe he's not getting enough fuel to his. He's got a little leaky fuel line. We don't think he's getting enough gas in there. But his is also rowdy. But they run and drive, just not like we need them to yet. So we gotta wait on a couple more parts, and they should be coming in the mail by the end of the week. But hopefully this upcoming weekend we'll be able to drive them around and actually have some fun on them. Other than that, guys, we'll see you later. The fuel line's messed up. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Get everything ready. Are you videoing? Mm-hmm. Ready? Mm-hmm.